Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. It's been a week since I've last recorded this, and actually over a week because I technically recorded on a Friday and today's a Monday, so a whole week has passed, plus weekend shit. Doesn't really matter. Having him leave, what was his name? Gundam? Yeah, that's right. Gundam actually is going to help us a little bit extra in this case that involves Byakuya. There's a lot of stuff that I actually do remember about the case, and I don't think that I'm really forgetting anything. I'm still uncertain about who I believe, let's see, I'm Hajime, it's Nagito that I'm suspecting. And Peko here is I've got something to mention about her before I go in as well. I believe it's Nagito that is most likely the culprit in this. As far as I can remember, that's as much that I can connect right now. We're probably going to get word of mouth facts along the way. But the thing with Peko that I wanted to mention is recently on Twitter I saw something about this. The voice actor for her in the English version is actually also the voice actress for XJ9 or Jenny in the Nickelodeon animated TV show way back when I was a kid. My Life as a Teenage Robot. And then one of the members of the channel, Snoopy, actually told me that in the Japanese version, her voice actress is actually, if not Usagi from Sailor Moon, she is one of these sailor soldiers. Yeah, so whether that be Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, probably one of the main cast, if anything. I doubt Saturn. What was it? Saturn and Uranus that were gay? I think so. And then there was Pluto, which was technically Usagi's daughter. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it or read it. I don't know. I can't stomach reading it. I'd have to watch it. Or the new enhanced version, which I guess is actually pretty good. So, I don't know. Enough of that. Let's just get right back in. I honestly don't remember how many recordings I actually have of this. So I don't know what episode this is, but we're immediately hopping back in. And if I remember correctly, I wanted to talk to Usami/Monomi, and then I wanted to look up here because I didn't know which the order would be, and I didn't want to start it off right away. So, thank you so much for being patient with me. Well, actually, I don't know when this episode is going to come out. Maybe it's going to come out right after a previous episode. Maybe it's going to work out within a week of other stuff that I've been doing. Streaming old Call of Duties, but oh well. Monomi. Oh, okay, maybe I could have interacted with her the last time. One thing that I wanted to mention is that I think I've kind of, in the time away, I've kind of worked out a difference of how I wanted to work on Monomi's voice and Hiyoko. That's right, that's what your name was. I think I've worked out a little bit of a difference, but it's very, very hard to distinguish between them. Like, I've like recorded myself and I'm like, they sound so similar, but trying to do different voices is the issue. Like, I recognize that I'm trying to do different voices, but no. Monokuma Rock. Is this all one continuous sound? I thought it would have ended at some point. What the? Something's shaking. Oh, this is Monomi.
This is dangerous! Everyone, please get down!
Okay, I was not expecting an escalator, and I wasn't expecting it to come out, like, the tread first, and then the rest of it. That's right, I was using Toko's voice. Something came out. Could it be Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Oh, God.
Such a suspicious aura! Even Crimson Steel Elephant
Magazi. Magazi. What's that name supposed to be? Because I've realized that the name that comes after Crimson Steel Elephant is like the proper name, but it's supposed to be like the cutesy name. Magazi. Magazi. Mugsy? Is that? I don't know.
is trembling with fear!
Alright.
Hold on. To get into character, everyone can close your eyes, simply hold out your hands, and just hold this item that I'm giving in front of you. To get into character, I must do one simple line.
Between the eyes, please. Right here. Yep. That's about right. Just pull the trigger, end my suffering! Wow, that's so suspicious.
Hey.
Forgive me! Seriously, just forgive me already! Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. I really can't tell if, like, she just doesn't like men. Or what? Or maybe she really does, but she's supposed to be like the straightforward but also tsundere character? I don't know. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere else for us to run. We need to do it. For Byakuya's sake, really. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. Ooh, I just thought about it. Is this technically the difference between that? Oh, duh, yeah. Elevator, escalator, duh, same sort of thing. But we're going up this time, not down. I wonder if we're gonna get art of all of us going in a straightforward line. I don't know. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely at the escalator as the escalator carried me. Oh, and when each of us entered Monokuma Rock. Why do we already know the name of it? Oh wait, I think Monokuma already mentioned it. Oh, so we go up to go down. Okay.
This is an elevator!
Oh, this is also Nekomaru.
I see! This entire rock is an elevator!
Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However.
Also Peko. Yeah. I gotta visualize the face and then do the voice in accordance. However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. This is the voice that I've seriously been trying to dedicate time to figuring out how to do. Even so, we're going pretty deep. I really don't know, so I just kind of went with the same sound that she made. You're right. I heard an unnerving, chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. Oh. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. That's actually interesting that we get, like, an actual physical response to fear. Because I think with Makoto the entire time, we were always just described how he was afraid and he loathed being in this thing. Unless it was also mentioned in the first one, that's been a long time ago. And there we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then, the elevator door slowly opened. What the hell? This implies that there's gonna be an audience? Also, is that an... Was the e-handbooks for this also shaped like this? I think so. Again, it's been a week and I only recorded for 2 days. But I did get a few recordings done in those 2 days, but... I don't know. Okay.
Okay, welcome! This is the class trial field! How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates! What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty-looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me.
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole! Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting my time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written.
It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked toward the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. Yep, still thinking that he had already set up the knife beforehand, and maybe possibly Nagito. I don't know the motive yet. Maybe he saw him setting it up and was doing it preemptively, I don't know. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But, Jesus, he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. 1, 2, 3, 4... Why are there 6? The person who did it is one of us? Okay, they're gonna show everybody. Oh, interesting. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. I wonder if there's gonna be different art between murdered and punished. Punished! I meant colors, not art. But if it's really true, we need to find out. By any means possible. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but Hajime has the cancel sign for his irises, which is unique. Which still makes me think that maybe him and Nagito are split Makoto, but I have no idea. Because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. So even he states it as like it's a sacrifice for the person who was the murderer. Like, nobody wants to hold their friend accountable, or friend I use loosely, but if they want to survive, it's necessary. Change difficulty. Oh, you can change difficulty there. Interesting. Okay. I wanted to go in this without any abilities, to go in blind, just to see what this game is actually like beforehand. Open e-handbook. Yeah, I should probably check out the truth bullets. Yeah, so he was stabbed multiple times, found the knife underneath, bloodstain under the table. Okay, yeah, this was the one thing that I was remembering that I had to bring up. I am very uncertain of how, where is it? Is it even in the truth bullets? Oh, kind of forgot about that. Here, yeah, the storage room tablecloth. I'm confused about this. Because somehow, who I believe, Nagito, got underneath and stabbed Byakuya. But I don't know how he also would have put in the tablecloth in the other room. Unless everything can be accessed from underneath. But if you can, how do you get underneath? And is every room available to access that? And what's the... I don't know. It's definitely going to be explained eventually in it. So I'll just sit back, wait, and really listen. Also, one thing that another thing in the truth bullets. The one thing that I'm confused about, like why it's really all that necessary, because the photographer, where's her stuff? Where? That's Mikan's account. Or autopsy. That's Kazuichi. What the? I don't know where. Okay, the photographer, I guess, isn't gonna help us. I don't know. Alright. It was probably updated somewhere that I just don't remember. Going in blind, proceed with the class trial. We'll see what it's like. And then I'll buy powers later.
Then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh, Monami! I feel bad. I really don't know if I am supposed to feel bad for this thing. I'd say girl, but they're still just robots in the end. They don't really have assigned genders. Although Monokuma does say in the first game that he has bits that are missing. I don't know.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
That zoom was kind of unnecessary. It was comedic, but holy pixels.
By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
I mean, I don't know why you don't despise him, but oh well.
Now, let's begin!
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Why does her voice sound softer in this area? I don't know why.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Okay, Fuyuhiko's actually taking control. I don't mind this. Like, that character trait is actually really, like, understandable for him. I still don't know if he is fully into the whole, like, I know that he's the ultimate Yakuza, but maybe he's just, like, thrown into it. I'm still on that side of the fence.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Yeah, which one?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Yeah, I guess, but I didn't think... I guess, I don't know.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
I'm the type of person that, although that I do like the straightforwardness of this, I like to lay out everything at the same time, and then, as stupid as it sounds, like, I like to connect the dots in my head, exactly like in the movies whenever you see, like, crime scene investigations and you see, like, the red lines on a cork board, something like that. Like, I see it, something like that. If you really want to see that sort of aspect, I recommend that you watch my playthrough of Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter. I think I'll link it in the description below, the entire playlist, because that one actually does involve people making the right and wrong decisions. You can actually persecute the wrong person in that, and that game was really fun to go through. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Okay. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. Alright. As things progress during each class trial, you engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after another without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse and move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Okay, so this one is going to be super easy to go through because obviously is the first one. So anybody who picks up this game for the first time, even though they should really pick up the first game, has a chance to understand what's going on. So only the prevalent ones, shoot the right ones. Don't have to copy anything. Oh well. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose the truth bullets to blast the right ones. Now that you've run out of time, note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Different look. Knife. What the? Oh, that was gaps in floorboard, blood stain under the table. Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery.
Okay, so
Like a dog burying a bone.
Okay, so you can see the progression in the top right. It's a little bit different from the first game. Huh? What he just said was strange. He clearly contradicts the information I know. One thing that I just want to make sure... Oh, not that. F2, right? There's only one thing to... Oh, you can't look at it in this one. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was Kazuichi that said the line. I mean, I think it was the only line that's able to be penetrated, but oh well. Blood stain under the table.
Byakuya's body in a place like that.
His body was underneath at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya,
I think this one.
they probably moved the body there.
Oh god, that
that's
happens really fast. Oh, your voice is deeper, I thought. No, that's wrong. I don't know.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Now your voice is soft again? What the fuck?
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when you found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So I'm thinking the tablecloth was underneath where Nagito was. And I think he used it to stop the blood from dripping on him, is what I'm thinking. But why would that be prepped? I'm still unclear about the motive.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
I like her voice.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Shut up.
I respond better to praise, you know.
Don't listen to her. You're making this harder.
If the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Well, actually, I think he was killed more so... Well, would you consider it under the table or under the floorboards is where he was killed? Because I'm in the personal belief that where the murderer is where they were killed. Although, if someone snipes you while they're in, like, a sniper tower, were you killed in the sniper tower or were you killed on the battlefield? Battlefield.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Was he?
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
A reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... bloodstained knife found under the table where the body was discovered. That would be the only thing that I'm thinking would make sense is the knife, but I don't know if that's where the game wants me to take it is the issue. Because you could also say the goggles, the night vision goggles.
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Yeah, your voice is very conflicting. I like it. It's interesting. It's dynamic, but it's almost inconsistent. Yeah.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
Okay. Okay. That's what I was wondering about, because I didn't know if Hajime was already like connecting dots, because the way that this game plays out, it's almost supposed to be like the player is supposed to figure stuff out on their own, and the character learns shit along the way. And because this game plays out like it did in the first game, I was taken for a ride with some of the discoveries in the last game, but I was still able to connect the dots right alongside.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
Okay. You're losing me, Hajime.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility.
Damn that voice!
But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
I swear to God, like, this, I gotta find out who voice acted for Gundam.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at the time. This means there will be false weak spots. I don't know if it's going to replay the same segment, because I'm thinking it's probably going to be the glow-in-the-dark paint. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail. So, please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Yep, I mean, I didn't really need that last time. I could have done it, but oh well. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, and have fun. Knife, bloodstain under table, gaps in the floor. Oh, wow. Night vision goggles, AC timer. Okay.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct.
If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Oh.
I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Night vision goggles. There we are. It's true. Getting under that table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but
I'm sure
if it wasn't for night vision goggles, you would be correct.
But it was super pitch black.
Right here?
It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Right after this one, I think.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, your voice is deeper in this. But that... the fact that it comes out so fast.
Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
What was it technically a case that it was in? Because I know that there was a box, and then there was a thing that holds the night vision goggles, but I don't remember if either of them are technically called cases in this. I was just about to make a pun using that. I was like, the game uses it to its advantage, and then I don't remember.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh. Ooh, interesting. What is this?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
What? Why would you say that?
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Also, I think the characters like flash in every now and again. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but it's like it's kind of jarring. I mean, a little bit. It's not that I was surprised. I was more so interested in. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. Interesting. New, what's the word I'm looking for? Controls. I don't know. In this mode, you will have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. What? Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Oh. Diagonally? Oh, shit. I might have to go onto a controller. Based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You'll lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. I wish there was like an actual trial period to know like what the fuck is going to happen. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? Well, I'm terribly sorry. I am terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Okay, so I kind of basically have to play DDR, and then once it progresses enough, then I have to select the right blade and maybe still technically dance, and then cut the right thing with the right blade. Only the name has changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm definitely going to take some damage here. Knife, beryllium case. Iron's in the storage room. Yeah, it's definitely the...
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Oh, that's... Oh. I can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let Mahiru say what she wants to say, then find a point that I can argue against. Huh.
If you
Okay.
just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
Proof that the killer used them.
Because if they used night vision, they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. And in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words. No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Time out. Hold on. Can I go back and read some of that shit? I don't know what the fuck just happened. I just kinda went with it. There were some that I had to cut multiple times or something. I don't know why that was a thing. Did they have extra defense, or did I just not cut it right? I probably should have sliced sideways, but... And then when I finally did use the blade, I didn't even see what the thing that I was actually refuting was. I just know, where would he have gotten it? I don't remember. I'm definitely gonna have to check back in that, because that... Yikes. Oh well. But I didn't have to aim for the, to refute that. I could just cut it anywhere, which was interesting. No, Byakuya is definitely the one that brought those night vision goggles.
But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
Can you repeat that? Duralumin? Duralumin? Maybe that's it?
We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Okay, so they were both cases. I wasn't sure.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Duralumin. Okay. Huh.
Woohoo! I said assume. Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Oh, her name isn't Ibuki, it's Ibuki. Oh. Huh. You learn more shit.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Don't get yourself down in the dumps. You only had the information that you had prior.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
I've had multiple comments about you.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Okay, Hiyoko understands. A knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, it was not. No, that's not possible. And for a second there, I thought I had to refute it just now. It's been a long week, I guess. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Tonight's main dish! The duct tape. Yeah. Ooh. This, the transfer between the two has a higher frame rate.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape?
I just thought about it. I wonder if, like, time has passed in the game for my snake.
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Are we gonna be straight up?
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
What was the thermos looking thing? That was, is that, like, or not antiperspirant spray, like, something like Neosporin? I know that's a brand name, but oh well.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Oh, wait, no. It was a pepper spray, right? Yeah.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Why? Just say it if you're gonna do this shit. That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Man, that was fast. Okay, where's the note? Every time I have to go past her. Where's the note? Yeah, the murder threat. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. Yeah, okay.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Well, I wouldn't really consider it a threatening letter. I would definitely say it's a warning message, not a threatening message.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me.
Are you sure?
Wait, how's she doing the animation? Also, what's the... Oh, that's a question mark, okay.
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Those are still lies.
If she can move her arms.
So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
The music is louder than her voice.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
Yep.
What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other.
And try and be safe.
In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation they couldn't act.
I wonder if Byakuya ever talked to Nagito beforehand about what was going to happen. I don't know.
The letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
You should have told us you received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise. Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Well, not exactly. A killer. I'm trying to click, it's not doing anything. Okay, weird. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Sure, go ahead, princess.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
Listen, I was doing it as a joke. You're,
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
The fact that they were off his head?
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
Okay.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
I just thought about it. Is this the same voice actor that does the... whatever the main boy's name, I don't even remember, of the anime / manga, and I really liked the manga because that actually finished, Heaven's Lost Property? I feel as if, like, that's the voice actor for that, of the English dub. And speaking of dubs, it is technically correct to say the Japanese dub in anything, because all anime is actually dubbed. The animation is made first, and then is dubbed afterward. So even the Japanese have to match lip flaps. But I can't say for certain that all anime is, so I retract that statement. Because maybe for movies it's made in reverse. Oh well.
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. I still believe that Byakuya was the one that was trying to get the knife. Glowing paint.
I see.
Because...
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint. Right?
I'm still confused about how the blood got on the knife, though. If we know that the murder weapon was the poker, what it was, the meat skewer thing. What, iron skewer, metal skewer? I don't know.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance? But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen. They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
But I'm still confused. Because if the knife was set there, how is... I don't know.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Please shut up.
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? Not at fucking all. After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. Blue-colored weak spots, so not pink? If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be agree spots. Oh. When shooting agree spots with the truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. I like this. I like this. Instead of refuting everything, like hammering into a fact. That is really good. I'm so glad that they added this. That's actually really well thought out. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will... Wait, weakness? Oh. It will become a logically sound agreement. I don't know if I'd really consider it a weakness, but just a point of evidence that could be strengthened is how I would put it. Oh well. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Okay, so are the truth bullets the same, or do I have specific bullets that I can only argue and can only agree with? That might be a later thing. If you press the escape key, yeah, it controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. If they're teaching me about that, I definitely have to agree with someone. Teruteru's account, Nekomaru's account, Chiaki's account. Okay. Nekomaru, excuse me.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible. Huh? Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Okay, just from listening to Peko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony. Okay, I want to read between 2 specific ones. It would be between Chiaki and Nekomaru. I'm leaning more toward Nekomaru's. Teruteru's account, let me see the details. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity, that's why Teruteru couldn't use it during the blackout. Okay. Okay, and then Chiaki's... When Chiaki was standing guard outside, Fuyuhiko apparently came... Okay, yeah. And then Nekomaru. Nekomaru kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'm right.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
This makes more sense of how I'm strengthening a weakness.
Huh? Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
I kind of wish it was more like a shield sort of thing, like reinforcing.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
He might, or he might not, excuse me.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I gotta read as him.
I've been trying to use it as many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
You know, that's gotta be terrifying that the lights went out in the bathroom while she was in there. That's gotta be scary in and of itself. Like, everyone is obviously scared themselves, but they were all together, which they thought was safe, so they could rely on one another. But she was all by herself in this bathroom that she's never been in before. That is terrifying.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
That's the weak spot.
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko. I guess that would be... true.
Peko, it's okay.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I mean, this is how... never mind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I liked you in the beginning, but you tread a very fine line of likability and just like... Can you just stop talking after a bit?
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach.
And everyone should stop talking now and understand what that fucking is.
Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
You can come over here if you want. I want him away as far from everyone.
Seriously, stop it.
Ooh!
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peko's stomach ache was a coincidence, or if someone intentionally caused it. Did she grab her own food? Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Knife, AC timer, night vision goggles, embarrassing pose, party dishes. No.
Did you eat anything weird?
Party dishes. The only people...
Remember eating anything weird?
The only people to eat
Now that you mention
were her and Akane.
You brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. We need to clarify that first. Hold on. Let me look at the truth bullets. Okay, that froze for a second. Let me look to know exactly what this is. Party dishes. Okay. Teru poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Pecco were the only ones who ate them. Yes. Okay. I think. I'm gonna need to look at the bullets again, just in case.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong. No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
Oops, I've been saying her name wrong. What the hell am I saying? Akane.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Well, you might just have a stomach of steel as well.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
Pecco must be, like, in full panic mode if it actually isn't that stomachache. Like, all these guys are saying stomachache, where I'm thinking other... I might even be barking up the wrong tree, who knows?
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
But he's not wrong to at least suspect something.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Is this bickering?
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Irons in storage room. Probably that, if anything. Nekomaru's account, storage room, tablecloth, Teru's account. Yeah.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Oh, okay.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Oh, she wanted to add that last bit in, and I feel really bad. How did the killer trip the circuit breaker? Okay, right on the nose, then. I'm pretty sure I already have that clue.
Who tripped the breaker?
Yeah.
If you can't answer that, did they throw a stone?
Maybe they used a remote control?
Right. It's 2 after this.
Probably messed with the breaker.
Next one, right?
It does not have to be
Oh.
the breaker. They may have tampered with
Oh.
the power supply and transmitters.
I'm glad I hesitated.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
Wait, does that say consent? I would have put concur.
Mayu said the blackout was caused by a power surge.
Yep, and then we'll continue to talk about that in the next episode. I'm leaving this episode right here. I know it's probably gonna piss some people off, but oh well. I'm enjoying this game already. Again, I mean, it's hard not to enjoy a sleuth type game because you feel like you're doing a job that you're not handled to actually do in the real world. Real world skewed me. But hopefully they're looking forward to more, because I know I am. But for now, I have to leave you with one final message. In that being, have a nice day.